This is your OnlyFangs Invitational Grand Final, best of 5, first to 3. In the bottom left-hand side, a World of Warcraft hardcore legend representing the Night Elves winning Group B. He's Ahmpy. And his opponent on the upper right-hand side with Coach Foggy in the corner. Of course, representing Ukraine, representing Navi, a former, the international grand champion of Dota 2, a fan of all the people. He is Dendi. And I suck at introductions.
Fast forward. Oh, no, that was good. That was, yeah. F7, and we will see a tavern build for Ahmpy, which is a lot of question marks for Dendi. It is the Mountain King first, which I love to see him going confidently with what he's had so much success with. For Ahmpy, really, he's played Dark Ranger. We know he knows about Beastmaster. Panda first is kind of like the 2025 tavern hero to play. I feel like a lot of people are doing more Panda first, but this could be anything. Dark Ranger, if I remember back to my 2008 knowledge of this game, Dark Ranger is countered by Mountain King, people used to say, but you so rarely see it that I don't know how it actually plays out.
So I'm curious who gave the call, because Ahmpy said he hated tavern builds. I wonder if that's a ruse, and if he just, hit that strategy from Dendi. Could be a Firelord, could be a Beastmaster. I would say Beastmaster, given that Ahmpy played with Kevin, but it's a freaking Panda Bear.
A very good hero that scales into the late game. It is the strongest tavern hero. It's probably even a top 3 hero in the entire game, if I'm being honest, but you need the levels. Mountain King, luckily, will give you the space because he too needs the levels. It's going to be 2 powerhouses going against each other, and we'll see how good the creeping is to start Ahmpy off on the right foot.
It is very solid for creeping because he has Drunken Haze, which he has yet to use. There we go. Drunken Haze makes it so every unit that is affected has a mischance, so you take less damage, then you need less Moonwells to heal up. And of course, it's a strong spell against rifle casters down the road, which is the expected strategy for Dendi. Shadow Priest for some healing, not getting sniped. Nice. Dendi doesn't figure this out just yet. He's finished with the camp a little bit faster. That is the nature of an altar hero towards a tavern hero. And that is very, very promising and definitely something that Dendi is not expecting.
So far, Ancient War creeping is good, but doesn't end as well as it started, unfortunately, for Ahmpy. He does have Mercenary Camp access. I feel like it's not the end of the world losing that. He's got 3 archers already. He can get a Berserker that rounds off his 5 ranged units, and the rest of the camps are pretty easy. It's a mistake, but not huge.
It's right. And he gets the big mana potion that makes up for something. But yeah, this is exactly what I mean. Like, you have to have a clean start into this high pressure final. It's $5,000 on the line. People said, oh, these big streamers, it's no money for them. Yeah, maybe for Soda and for Tyler, that might be true. But not every streamer is super mega rich, so that 4 digits money is nothing to them. And I think everybody would appreciate $5,000. If not, ay. Mountain King with the Wand of Mana Stealing is very nice. Berserker was added. And Ahmpy is keeping the Wisp here to constantly get more mercenaries once they're available. Doesn't rebuild the Ancient of War. Just go straight into tier 2.
Yep, nicely done. Hunter's Hall is earlier rather than later. Dendi is, of course, going for that expansion. I'd like to see him not go for immediate expansions. He just delays them. Gets level 3. Mountain King. I feel like sometimes human players with less experience will, if they prioritize that expansion, they'll be kind of too weak to defend it without the hero levels. So the fact that Dendi creeps first, expands later, gives him enough strength to control the map and defend the expansion. But the Panda is going in for an aggressive play.
Love that. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, not get deterred from the misstep earlier. He's not level 3. It's a bit unfortunate, but by killing enough peasants, that should be fine. Dendi trying to get away from melee range, but the ranged army, of course, can still attack. Wonder if Ahmpy thinks that the damage is done, or if he wants to commit. He's playing around the cooldown a little bit, gets the Shadow Priest, that's the level 3, loses an archer for it. This is probably the last archer of the game, but expansion severely slowed down.
There's almost a world in which Ahmpy could have clicked the Town Hall, but it takes an experienced eye to be able to see, okay, I can do this much damage before he kills my whole army. So I like that he just went for the peasants, the safe play, TP'd out, And that is a good delay on that expansion. And experience for the Panda that now makes his way across the map again. Could go for more creeping. I think the priority for the Panda should be get to level 5 as soon as possible, just like you would with the Warden.
Exactly, but Dendi has shown the surrounds and the TP was used, and this could just be the knockout punch. We need amazing damage and a lot of misses. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, Clap comes in, trying to fight out. Panda has big bones, but gets out of there, and don't underestimate the damage over time by a Panda. I explained this earlier to newer players. It's one of the very, very few skill synergies you have in Warcraft. You make everybody dizzy with lots of schnapps, and then you ignite that stuff, and everybody's missing their attacks, they're getting slower, and they're burning for damage over time. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, wonderful combo in Warcraft.
Yeah, uses the combo once again. Wand of Mana Stealing gets more mana. I feel like maybe Dendi didn't realize he could have used the wand to go for the Panda yet again, but he did buy Staff of Teleportation, so he'd be able to get out of a surround, Ahmpy. So a big exchange. Mana Pot used, both consumables used. The expansion remains, not fully mining just yet, and Dendi continues to delay his tech a ton. Well, Ahmpy, tier 3 double lore, he could just hit a bear timing if he's aware that he's going to be very, very strong in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, and that's where he was pretty much the best with these timings. He can't just afford more losses than the Mountain King might get too strong. We have Clap level 2, so everything on the ground at some point will get wrecked if Ahmpy is not going for heal scrolls, but of course he has an understanding of the game that he can go for these items with probably some contested shops in between. And I gotta say, man, the Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire creeping, you don't see it too often, but it's very well executed, but dangerous with the Mountain King around.
Yeah, I'd love to see him find that pendant, drop the pendant, use the mana potion. Mountain King comes in now for the creep jack. A couple units will be lost, but as long as the Panda is safe and secure, it will be good. The Haze Fire is pretty decent, and there's still mana for both heroes. This could be a lot of losses on both sides.
Love to see it. Bloody exchange. High-level heroes are always most fun. And he's getting out of there, hiding the archers well, so there's not much to attack. Creeps the rest of the camp, and that... The boots on the Panda, man, they're paying dividends. Yeah. Another full mana. Shadow Priest down, level 4 Panda. Ahmpy is performing twice as good as versus Tyler.
Well, the units at the shop, though, caught out of position. Panda's going to staff back. But is he staffing into a surround? At least he has the shop here. And he actually, Haze Fire cleans up the rest of the footmen. Very, very competitive so far.
You know,
deny even from Dendi.
It's pretty sick, man. The big surrounds by Dendi are not possible when all the units are dead. And that's exactly the counterplay that Ahmpy is going for. You know, Grubby tried to teach people, yeah, you know, it's easy for a counter surround. You just move your units around the circles and then they have a little corridor. Super simple. No, just kill all the stuff. All you need is 4 units. If there's less than 4 units, you can't be surrounded. That's the count.
Yeah, nicely played from both so far. Mountain King still healthy. The bear timing is still underway. Tier 3 is about to be done. Right now, Ahmpy, only 2 bears. He could maybe have an extra one on the field. But he's continuing to creep. This Panda's getting close to level 5, and that wrecks a lot of things that the human can build. Tanks, any tier 2 units, of course. It's really breakers and knights that you can build. Panda's got to be careful.
Was about to say, there is an exception to that rule. Oh, clap slaps. Invo potion, stabs on cooldown. He needs a little bit more gold for the town portal. Buys double boots! Oh no, misclick!
Oh no.
Oh, he gets stunned. Oh, he might be dead.
Sell stuff. Sell stuff. Buy the TP. Close. Oh. He needs to sell another item. He tries to rejuve. Now he's just going to lose the bear. And Ahmpy, one big mistake. And now Dendi's in a fantastic position. Oh, man. Just one little mistake and he crumbles.
A misclick at the shop under pressure happens to the best of us. And yeah, sometimes it's just, you don't go for the cheeky play with the reju. Just get out, but it's easier said than done when there's $5,000 on the line. You know that 40,000 people are watching you play a game that you picked up 2 weeks ago, and that you're playing against a guy who has played this for 20 years, was one of the best Dota players in the world. This is all not easy, so we have to cut these guys some slack. But yeah, that is of course the door wide open for Dendi and all timings out the window.
Unfortunate. And now the Mountain King, with all the map control in the world, is scouting for any sort of counter expansion. Dendi knows if there is no counter expo, he's in a great position. Ancient Wind coming up. Panda about halfway back on level 4. And tier 3 and Griffin Aviary is for Dendi. That is a fantastic choice, but he might be closing the game out. earlier than he needs to with those Griffins on the way.
Now the surrounds are clicking again with the high number of footmen. 3 bears, nice with the redo. Love to see it. There is no dispel. It is strong. But yeah, Mountain King hammering, clapping away. Not much that Ahmpy can do at this point. Just wait and pray.
Oh, another bear gonna fall. Panda's gonna be back in about 15 seconds or so. And Mountain King bolts again. So much experience. He uses up the Moonwells to try to buy enough time. No bears reinforcing right now. The production is being cut. Dendi has 1,500 gold. And the Panda's gonna be here, but with no bears to welcome him.
Wonderful execution by Dendi. This was for sure one of his closer games. And he was a bit invited into this game by Ahmpy's mistake. First the Ancient of War loss at the initial creep spot, then the Panda fumble while he was on a good way. Unfortunate, not without potential, but the cleaner play and the less shaky play surely on Dendi's side.
Yeah, very, very clean. Few mistakes yet again. And the Panda, maybe level 5 could carry Ahmpy if he can survive a little bit longer, but you got to be worried about this Mountain King that has so much mana. There's Staff Teleportation, and there is no bash, so he can get out of this. He will not die here if he uses the Staff. There it is.
All right. He's trying it all, man. It's the grand final. It's the big culmination of a 2-week journey. We don't want to give this up if there's any sort of chance, but if we look at the supply, it's 40 food ahead for Dendi, plus an 800 gold bank, plus the Mountain King that was dangerous on level 3 and is soon to hit level 5. It's now been fed mana by a Blood Mage, and that's around. Might just seal the deal as the staff is on cooldown. He's trying to hang on for dear life. The Engine of Wind never really finished. The Dragonhawks are coming in as air units, plus followed up by Griffins and Knights. The army is going to be way too strong. The heroes as well. And the Panda bites the dust again for the level 5. GG, well played. Dendi, 1-0.
Very solid game from Dendi there. 1-0. I like the Panda from Ahmpy. He tries different things out. I think Melting Valley is a great map to play a hero like that, like the Warden, like the Panda or something. But maybe he needed to go for a more aggressive option, maybe the Firelord or the Beastmaster or Dark Ranger even, to try to punish that expansion, because playing one base against Dendi seems like a mistake. He's so good with the surrounds.
Pretty damn good. Pretty damn good.
Of course, the maps after this will be Titaners, Northern Isles, and Warhail. So we have a couple options for Warden. I think Northern Isles is probably the best of those if we do see a different hero option, but kind of as expected, if we're all fast-forwarded in this game, we have a Demon Hunter versus Archmage. Dendi switches it up, expecting the Demon Hunter, and then Ahmpy is like, I don't want to play against MK, I'm going to go Demon Hunter. Makes total sense. Metagaming going on, even for newer players.
Yep, I agree. And this is where both, definitely where Ahmpy is the strongest. For Dendi, the Mountain King might even suit him a bit better, if I'm honest, or it's just my personal preference, because I love to see that little dwarf throw the hammers, and the surrounds are so beautiful. But for this one, just because it makes for a closer final, go Ahmpy, and please don't lose the Ancient of War, and then we're set for the early game.
Yep. First test is always this Ancient of War creeping. Militia creeping a little bit easier, but for Dendi, he seems to be going for a complicated creep route himself. This is what makes Hammerfall really good for human. This pull into this creep into a very, very easy expansion for the human with a great item and an immediate level 2. It's such a good route, and Dendi executes perfectly. I think both players, no mess-ups. Do we have a deny? No deny for Ahmpy as well on the other side.
Oh, yep. That is, of course, pretty unique that Dendi got taught this lesson how to pull the Golem. Foggy put great work into that. Also on Tidehunters and many other maps, plus the surrounds on top. Gives Dendi a little competitive advantage over all the others, but Demon Hunter, also with a competitive advantage now with the Ring of Protection, is exactly what you want. And I want Prime Subs, and we got them from Boomwolle and Tour287. Thank you guys for the support. More support for Dendi with a 3-farm tech and no expo.
Very cool. Macro is super on point. Great creep route, gets the Ring of Regen. Pretty healthy footman overall. And yeah, just as long as you macro clean, I like this one base rifle caster play that Dendi's going for. Like, that was the one thing on the expansion, is that sometimes he wasn't macroing perfectly despite having a ton of resources. His tech would be late, his buildings would be late. But with this, so far, everything is on time, except for the blacksmith so far.
Yep, but it's still not too late for tier 2. I wonder if Ahmpy was expecting an expansion, and that's why he's moving over. The camps are never really bad. Gets more combat items, more attack speed with the Gloves of Haste. Dendi cruising towards level 3. Nice little Ring of Regeneration, we love that. Tech has also started for him. Hunter's Hole should follow soon. And so far, a tame PvE game.
Yeah, maybe Dendi's not even considering playing Rifleman. He's building a lot of Footmen. Could just go double Sanctum. Casters wouldn't be the worst idea. Is that a blacksmith he's building right now? No, a second barracks. Oh my god, what the hell is this?
I don't know. Like,
Tavern Hero, Mass Footman, all in? I mean, I don't think it's the worst idea.
Ahmpy is surely going for a bear tech instantly, as fast as he can. And then his tier 2 is pretty much wide open, without any additional power spike, except maybe a second hero. But if it's not something elaborate that worked before, these footmen will fall quickly to Immolation Demon Hunter.
This is kind of a beautiful timing for Dendi, though. He gets level 3, he heals up, he's got Defend on the way, his tier 2, and the farm for his second hero is available in a second. If he grabs like a Naga or an Alchemist to deal with the Immolation you just mentioned, I think he's waiting for a Tavern Hero. This could be really, really potent timing. Is he going to grab a Tavern Hero?
He's 200 gold off.
True, yeah, it's going to take a little while.
And Demon Hunter can creep. He held the skill point for a very, very long time. Ahmpy did. Now going into Immolation 2, I don't know if he saw so many footmen or the second Drax, or it was just intuition. Whatever it was the right call.
Okay, money for the second hero. It is a Naga. Militia coming across. I honestly, I mean, Ahmpy's Demon Hunter might carry him completely. Regardless, I think this has been very well macroed for Dendi. Everything is lining up perfectly. Like, all his timings are on point. His tech was perfect. All the buildings were on time. This is really, really strong timing. If the strat is supposed to work, it should work with how Dendi's macroed it.
Oh, and he starts the creep spot while Dendi is at his base. Has to TP out, needs some healing. The lore is cancelled immediately. First, Dendi brings the Tinker against the Pally Rifle, and now he brings the Mass Footman Tower Push. The Archmage is trapped, though. Going for it at the throat immediately. TP out, the perfect defense. A little lucky, maybe, but sometimes in a grand final, you need that. And this is Dendi's strategy, a bit in shambles, unless he just goes straight again.
Go again, just like Sunglitters. Go again. He canceled the lores. He forced some Moonwells, forced that TP. Lores being rebuilt, immediate tier 3 tech. I suppose Ahmpy doesn't know that it's this weird all-in. Like, the footman count doesn't look too unusual right now. Yeah, Dendi, go again. Ring of Regen going to help out a ton. Scroll as well. He's just going to walk across the map. Militia being called now.
Okay, but the Demon Hunter is getting closer to level 4. He gets a big invul potion, which is fantastic. It is still nighttime, so the moon juice that he used at leaving the base will be regenerated to a degree. Ahmpy is also building a shop, and we'll see his opponent if he stays a little longer. Just, here's the shadow. They don't see each other, I think. He's starting the golem.
Oh no.
Oh no, he's so unfortunate. He has no TP anymore. Might be the invuln right away. So far, the Naga can't reach. Had the arrow already in the bow, but only getting an archer. Ahmpy needs stuff.
And it's daytime now, so the Moonwells have regenerated as much as they will. Ancient Protector coming up, but Defend Footmen are here. Demon Hunter has to do it all on his own. Immolation is a big carry, and he's got that potion.
Right on. And the laws are finished. Ahmpy needs to produce. There's not much to do in the back except hunting wisps. Footman diving deep after these archers. The shop isn't finished. The shop needs to finish. He needs a potion. Invuln at the ready. And Immolation goes through, and now he has access to healing.
Potion of Healing could use a Moonstone as well, which he does. Nice awareness of all the tools available to him, Ahmpy. All the footmen are getting low. There's a shop coming up for Dendi. Every single footman about to fall. But what does Ahmpy have left? A Dryad coming up. The Moonwells are almost dry. Wisp detonate. It's 2 heroes versus 2 heroes in a second with towers coming up.
portion. This Demon Hunter has 9,200 damage due to this immolation. This is freaking absurd. The surface area on the footman was insane. If you have these damage values in a 16-minute game, I think, okay, yeah, well played, Demon Hunter. If you have this at 8 minutes, that is bonkers. Now we got to deal with the towers and keep the production up and keep the Demon Hunter healthy, and it's Ahmpy's game to win.
Yeah, he's not forgetting bears, Ahmpy. He's going to have Rejuve available to him. There was some sort of mana pot used, Clarity's purchased. There's no Abolish available for the Dryads right now. Potion of healing going to be needed. Arcane Tower's up. And Dendi saved the Naga. Doesn't buy a potion. Didn't have gold for it.
Oh, Demon though. Demon though. He has no staff. Gotta be careful. He broke the 10,000 damage mark at 8 minutes 20.
Just Demon Hunter things. Shop is pressured. AP now attempted to be canceled. One Rejuve is all we get, and Potion was now afforded for the Archmage. Naga will be back very soon. But with that AP not being canceled, it's very difficult for Dendi.
Right on. Might need some repair here in a second. Naga is not coming back for Dendi at all. It's Archmage, and that's it. Mana is gone for the Demon, but the damage of Arcane Towers is super weak, especially when there is no mana anymore to burn. And Dendi is down to 13 food, and this Demon Hunter is the ultimate MVP.
Such good items, and it was really that aggressive creeping that allowed the Demon Hunter to carry like this. It seemed like Ahmpy was going to be out of position, but he just kept on creeping. Potion of Vulnerability. Imagine if that was like a Scroll of the Beast or one of Mana Stealing. He needed that potion to survive until the shop was up or this game was over. It was very, very close.
Right on, right on. Master Bears have finished as well. Dendi can try as much as he wants, maybe get another Naga kill, but doesn't really matter. It's a one-man win for Ahmpy. The bear taking out the towers. I like that split. But this is a hold. Crazy, crazy. 12,700 is the number. Can't believe it.
God.
Can't believe it.
And Rejuve now, even though the Moonwells are dry, even though there's no mana, Rejuve is available. Tier 3 obviously been done for a while. And the block to end it all. This will be the end of game number 2. And 1-1. Dendi, the cheese fails.
Insane hold. A bit of a flex there at the end, right? Game is already over. Both players know. But Ahmpy with that block, flexing a little. It's like, yeah, I've seen your 5 surrounds versus Guzu. This is all nice, but I can block as well. I show you my micro. Might get a little bit in Dendi's head that this was so one-sided, but I also like the approach of Dendi. Best of 5, long series. You won the first map convincingly. Why not throw in the cheese? It will from now on always be in Ahmpy's head that this is a possibility.
Or hell. One of the newest maps in the map pool has the boats, has lots of bases. This is one of the more macro-heavy maps in the pool currently, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 gold mines in total. It can go the super-duper late game.
Oh yeah, I never noticed. I kind of blind out the island expansions, but yeah, that's true. I would assume it's more straightforward gameplay, and with that, the most important metric is always rush distance, and rush distance is pretty long on this map, even though it's not the highest map. The diagonal is quite big because it's a wide map, and I wonder if these players know the characteristica. One of the characteristicas is expansion is super duper mega easy.
And there's different mercenaries, of course, and the boat that I love to mention over and over again that gets you to the island. One thing I saw recently, which I think is something that needs to be fixed on this map. There's 2 things that need to be fixed on this map. 1, the tree line at the expansion that Dendi is currently creeping if we sped up all the way. And 2, the islands in certain matchups, if you go to the island and you build 100 towers on the island, aka cubing, in certain cases, there is no counter to it in particular matchups. Like Orkmir, I don't think there's a counter to just building 100 towers on the island and then AFKing. So I think there needs to be like a bridge of some sort to the island that is only accessible after you cut down all the trees next to the gold mine. 2 things.
Alrighty, let's see if we get some adjustments. I'm pretty sure the creator is not watching our broadcast, but maybe we're in luck and someone else does it. Archmage opening, Demon Hunter opening, both started with the ring, and Dendi this time creeping the expansion and following through. But Ahmpy had a Scout Wisp before. Did detonate a bit early. Couldn't use it against Water Elemental. Still, big damage on these Peasants. And big damage on Peasants is always an invite for Immolation Harass.
Yep, Demon Hunter going across. Love the ring. Not so much for the Archmage, but for the Demon Hunter. And Dendi defending well so far. Zoning. It's just a football match here with the Demon Hunter trying to get to the Peasants. Micro back on the Footman. Immolation did so much damage in the last game. Maybe Dendi will be more aware of splitting the Footman up a little bit.
Yep, that looks solid now. A shop is not up for Dendi, so every damage point done here can't be recovered for quite some time. It's burning Footy's time, but normal damage from Footman does good damage to heroes. And you don't want to give up your TP that early. Damage done, but it doesn't convert to kills yet.
This is some classic Demon Hunter play, diving in as far as he can. Needs a TP. Okay, does TP now. And he's okay. Can get back to the Moonwells. And then just like Sonic we were talking about earlier, heal up, go again. Everything's hurt, but you haven't finished your meal yet.
That's right. I like this. Ahmpy is no colorful, did not lose the hero. So Moonwell healing up. Demon Hunter is fresh again. He should certainly grab a staff though to get out.
Yeah.
Because this position here, this little pocket, it's easy to get trapped. Especially with Dendi being so good at surrounds. A little bit of safety, but there's two shops on the map. On the left-hand side and on the right-hand side. A little pit stop.
Yeah, you can invest in a staff or the 190 gold for the boat that's available from pretty much the start of the game. Can travel everywhere where you see water on this map, so pretty much up to the edge of the expansion. Is a very good escape tool for Ahmpy if he wants to continue the harass, but staff is probably the more likely. Waiting for a tavern hero. Does grab the Naga. This could be good pressure for Ahmpy.
Yeah, I wonder if a Panda would have been better given it's an expansion game, but I think tempo is the way since Dendi has yet to start the tech. He's actually quite far off if we look at the lumber.
Yeah, that's something that's been delayed a lot, but he did defend the expansion. The base is open. I don't know if he meant to keep it open, but this is some terrible damage that Dendi's about to suffer through.
Oh, he could call militia, but then everything gets burned here. Town Hall on the north is up, so he can rebuild workers there, but one of the most beautiful sounds in the Warcraft world, dying peasants. We're gonna hear that quite a bit. I don't think Ahmpy can't take so much damage here because the Moonwells is down and Dendi is taking over these archers. Double kill pretty much right away. Solid defense, but as we mentioned, big losses, especially in the lumber department, which kneecaps his deck.
Yeah, very, very nicely done there from Dendi, though, to just evacuate all the peasants, not fighting the Demon Hunter like you mentioned. Obviously, they would all get burned like the last game. But yeah, I'm surprised that Ahmpy went so deep in. He has to be careful of the surrounds. Doesn't have the staff yet. He should buy that staff. There it is.
Close, close, close. But not close enough. The creeps were attacking Dendi, who's de-escalating the situation. His base is up. There's an arcane, unlike in the main, but we'll follow up with that now as well. New peasant production, more lumber plus the lumber mill, so he will be able to tech quite soon. But Ahmpy on the other side is gonna go for that one base bear bust again.
Yeah, he has yet to be able to hit a super clean timing with the Bears. Wasn't able to in game number 1. Game number 2, the aggression came to him. So maybe we'll see how it plays out if he's allowed to just hit his timing clean. How will Dendi defend when he's the one under a bunch of pressure?
So far we don't, we don't see any counter pressure. Feeling that Dendi is not too comfortable right now.
Mm-hmm.
Defend is ready.
Level 3.
Tech has started. More safety and we clean the second expo. At the moment, not the most resources for Ahmpy as he's rushing tier 3, but could be a potential counter expansion.
It definitely wouldn't be the worst call for sure, as long as this lumber doesn't suffer too much. He does want to be able to get the bear research to be strong enough on the map to defend an expansion if he goes for one. But maybe if he hits his bear timing, could expand behind it. For Dendi, a second barracks again. He loves 2 barracks, but he's getting the blacksmith, and it will be probably rifleman.
Yeah,
and I had to make a guess.
The double barracks rifle thing is a thing that Starbuck did quite a bit actually. Yep. So it's not unseen in pro play, and it can be an absurdly strong timing with 70 food in no time. And Ahmpy gotta get ready, but for the first time, Dendi might be forgetting a farm.
He does need Get a couple of those in production, but for now, tier 2 not done yet. He doesn't need to build a second hero or anything. But yeah, the nice thing about going Rifleman is that you don't need to wait for any production buildings. You can build them as early as you want, as soon as that blacksmith is done, so you can push into 70 supply really, really quickly. We'll see if Dendi's able to do that. This is typically how top-level human versus night elves go. The human expands, the night elf tries to deal damage, the human tries to get up to 65 to 70 supply as quickly as possible, and then push the night elf player, and the night elf player tries to avoid that push at all costs.
Ahmpy's starting to make a few mistakes, maybe. He's tanking a lot of damage with the demon. Archer is also under attack. A bear is stuck, not stuck in the base, but forgotten in the base. Still gets the camp done, obviously. No huge issue, but with Moonwells empty and daytime at 1/3, you don't want to drain any more HP.
Okay, Dendi now building 3 farms at the expansion, so he'll be good getting upgrades for the Rifleman. Tier 3 immediately. Wow, I think if Dendi had just macroed on Tier 2 with maybe a Blood Mage second or a Naga second, he could just break up. Even if he doesn't build Sanctums, just build like 12 Riflemen and go. But he's going Tier 3, playing what he's comfortable with.
Yeah, maybe rotating out the Footman with Knights. That can surely work. A Wisp for Ahmpy at the Expo. Playing it rather slow. Invo Potion, Heal Potion. Bears coming. Master training done. He didn't forget about the bear this time. But only 33 supply. He needs a little miracle here.
And invested into both mercenaries, which aren't great at this time. Mercenaries are good early on or in the mid game, but now that we're pushing past that to tier 3, getting just bears out with your resources, the best play you can make. But still, the bear timing is here. Not a ton of towers for Dendi. He'll be fighting bears with riflemen and footmen, which could be a good sign for the night elf.
What even are the abilities on the mercenary?
You can purge with the Storm Reaver Hermit, and the other guy, the Murloc, just heals.
Crazy, that's the Good. We have Immolation in the peasant line. Arcane Tower falls. Dendi has to respond pretty much immediately. There is a Mountain King, so the Staff of Teleportation is no given escape, but the Staff of Sanctuary is. Everything's heard from the creep camp. There might be a bit of a chance for Ahmpy to do significant damage here, but you gotta be careful of that dwarf.
The Team Hunter yet again is doing so much damage. He's got to push on the vulnerability again, just like last game. Are the heroes really carrying everything? The Militia Call was great. Demon Hunter, careful, staffed out. Doesn't use the potion. I think he should have before the staff to continue the rampage. But both players losing a lot right now.
Oh, Ahmpy coming back in with the staff. Nicely done. Rejuve is coming. Immolation is, of course, still on for the damage. Level 4. Stormbolt on the Naga. She had nothing to save her. It's once again a Demon Hunter against the world. But Dendi is down to 46, 43. Oh. The surround, though! The signature move of the series versus Guzu. He shows it once again. But do you want to surround a burning Demon Hunter? Crazy, crazy damage.
Demon Hunter close to killing everything. Is he going to turn around and kill the Mountain King? No, he has a potion of vulnerability swapped over to him. He just runs out the front door. Is he going to buy something? Invol pot and running back. Demon Hunter almost killed everything there, but he manages to escape with his life as well. 13,000
damage on this Demon Hunter already. Not too much damage. We don't see any corpses here at the Echo, right? It's just damage. And now Dendi has to lick his wounds as well. But the tier 3 is done. We're getting casters, we're getting healing, we're getting sorceress and knights to replace the footmen. And it's not getting any easier from here on out for Ahmpy.
Worth noting, that footman, the last one left over for Dendi, not only killed the Wisp at the natural expansion, but also is now scouting when Ahmpy wants to go for a counter expansion. He's got the resources, the footman is there to see it. So now Dendi knows what the timing is like in his head.
Oh, man. Not bad, not bad, not bad. What a final. Worthy of a final. Both players are giving it their all. On map 1, Dendi clean. Map 2, Ahmpy clean. Here, most even match, I think.
Yeah.
And of course, it's Dendi's loser's pick. So, as far as I know, it should be Dendi's loser's pick. Counter expansion is coming, but is there any chance to hold this?
Yeah, there's knights out. There's no inner fire, but I mean, it'll be researched eventually. Most importantly, he's got priests that are able to heal. And Dendi with the TP, with the heal scroll, pushing vulnerability. A little bit of an underleveled Mountain King, but I don't think he'll have any trouble getting some experience as he pushes this expo. 3 bears welcome him. That's pretty much it. Naga still being retrained.
Yeah, and only 3 bears on the field. The skills are high, but the supply numbers are low. and the Mountain King reaches up to level 2 now, probably with Clap. He loves that spell. He got the mana. The Demon Hunter alone can't defend 60-foot human.
You say that now, let's wait. He's got Invul. He's ready to go. He's a baby. Gonna kill the Mountain King potion last second. Demon Hunter surrounded. Naga has the staff, remember. One bear about to fall, but maybe reinforcing Care Bears could come in. He's got 2 in the main that he's not rallying in, which could rejuve the Demon Hunter over top of this potion of vulnerability. Expansion is certainly cancelled.
It would be quite ironic if the Dota World Champion is being out-microed by one hero. Ahmpy is putting up a hell of a fight with the little forces he got. Naga moves back with a little bit of weird pathing. Very unfortunate. Can't save him anymore. Now we realize the bear. I think this rally point issue was prevalent the entire game, unfortunately. Trying to get the Mountain King out again. Trying to kill some units, but Knights are so hard to deal with.
Yeah, he's damaging a lot of things, but there's going to be a Stormbolt in a second. Bears, are they reinforcing in? No, another like 15 seconds before he has new bears here to rejuve. Stormbolt lands. Demon Hunter, can he make it out of here alive? Trying to rejuve. The bear micro's pretty on point for Ahmpy. He gets back to his Moonwells, loses the bear that saves the Demon Hunter. Expansion, of course, was canceled, but at least this one carry hero is still alive.
It's ridiculous. Ridiculous how much of a fight this Demon Hunter is putting on. The evasion, miss. Not enough dispel, to be honest, on these rejuves. He could do this pretty much the entire time. He has Master Training Priest sitting right next to it. So there is a solution. Could also go for Breakers. This is what he's doing now. And then the rejuve time for the Demon Hunter is over, and so should be Ahmpy's life on map 2.
Stormbolt available again now. Demon Hunter has nothing to heal him up. A bear morphs yet again. Is there Dispel available? He should be using it on this rejuve this time. It's 67 versus 34 supply. Naga, it was forgotten for a while. It's not actually going to be back for a long time. And I think this has got to be 2-1. Dendi, the macro, the expansion works out too well.
I agree. The Knights are too sturdy. The Inner Fire could be nice as well. Slow on everything. More and more redo. Oh my god. This spell is coming in. Like, he really wants to turn this around. Force some kind of error out of Dendi, but he's just too stable.
We saw it happening. We saw Soda holding with just one hero, maybe 2 heroes against Annie yesterday. He knows that it's possible if you micro in your base perfectly. But Demon Hunter's surrounded. He's got a potion. Naga's going to come back with staff. Can he hold on till the Naga comes back? No, Knights do too much damage. Demon Hunter will fall. And that's got to be game 3.
5 seconds off to save this Demon Hunter here. The initial attack maybe a bit too weak. The follow-up also caused a lot of disruption, but the losses on archers maybe a bit too high. And Dendi then on an expansion map. Super clean. Seems like he knows the strength of the map. He's playing into them. He's laying into them. And now it is match points for our TI Grand Champion.
Ahmpy seems to be... He isn't making more mistakes as the series goes on, really. I feel like the shakiness has been shooken off, I guess you could say. Dendi seems to be confident as ever, so I think the losses aren't deterring him too much. I think he'll be confident going forward, Ahmpy, and he'll put his best foot forward to try to push it into game number 5, sticking with the Demon Hunter. And for Dendi, goes with the Archmage. Doesn't want to risk the Mountain King. It was a 1-map only thing, it seems like.
Yeah. And Melting Valley special as well.
Yeah.
Tidehunters, expansion-wise, relatively similar to Warhail, that it's rather easy. So I wouldn't be too surprised if Dendi tries it again. This time, it's way more open. It's approachable from 2 positions, from the left-hand side and from the top. So certainly a bit more potential to get some damage done. First mission for Ahmpy, playing it clean, playing it safe, no denies, stable early game with maybe a level 2 Demon Hunter, some items, and then just do the immolation again.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're absolutely right. Like, the expansion's easy to creep, but also easier to harass, so it's a 2-sided coin here. Creeping not perfect so far for Ahmpy, but I think at the end of the day, he'll successfully creep this for Dendi. Straight to the Expo again. 3-farm Expo. A man after my heart. This is a great way to play in this matchup.
Yeah, there was of course a chance that he's going for the laboratory there with an early creep, but yeah, this is pretty unorthodox. 3-farm tech. Very, very greedy for gold. Ahmpy's creeping. Ahmpy's scouting, sorry, is on point. Claws of Attack for the Archmage, which makes it a little easier to contest the Demon early. Ring of Protection, the opposite equivalent, making the Demon Hunter more tanky, which is exactly what you want when you go for Immolation. And so... we'll... Oh, he pulls the Workers back. It's this fake expansion again.
Oh, very cool. And he did already kill both Scout Wisps. He actually got 25 experience before the creep even started, and then he killed the second Scout Wisp. And Ahmpy did deny one creep, by the way, so his level 2 is a little bit later. And he has the tech. Ooh, sneaky play.
Okay, 3 farm tech for the level 3. It's still level 2 for Ahmpy. It was the smallest creep that he denied. A little bit of a creep check, but the Makrora! The Makroras are backstabbing Ahmpy. Because he went for the shop for the circlet, I believe.
Archer. Hidden. Are we going to see a reveal from the lab? A footman is there, but maybe he doesn't know he can sneak by the rock golem. Dust will be stolen. It is stolen by Ahmpy. Love to see plays like that.
Wow.
For pretty much newish players. Really nicely done there.
Crazy heads-up play. Archer is safe with that, except if he goes to the lab. But he gets ensnared. The footman gets ensnared. And that's the kill. Did he reveal? Okay, he did indeed reveal. So it's a 1-for-1 trade, which Ahmpy, of course, doesn't know. Oh, come on. Kill it. Yeah, all right. And maybe he's... no, he's pulling back. He won't see the corpse. So psychologically, a little bit of a loss for Ahmpy. He used the dust, bought that, thought his archer is safe. Still got the reveal from the lab, and he is unaware of that footman kill. It's a bit of a feels Batman, especially in this grand final. When you're down a map, that can hurt.
Yeah, Ahmpy backs away, doesn't go for the expansion at the end of the day. Does he think there's still an expo? Did he get a scout in at some point? Or is he just saying, okay, I'm going to creep level 3 and then pressure the expansion with my tavern hero? Because if he does that, it's going to be a lot of wasted map movement, and he's not going to be prepared for what seems to be a tier 2 timing. Is it going to be the second barracks again? He built it around this timing when he went for the build on Hammerfall earlier.
Yeah, he's pretty broke, though, after Shop and Lumber Mill. Doesn't look like it to me. But with Dendi, you never know. More creeping with all the little poison here. Footmen are hurt. Nice little creep route by Ahmpy. Will cruising towards level 3 with the easy snipe with mana burn this time. No evasion. Big item. Is a big mana potion, which you don't really need. He sells it. He knows it. Second ring. These are the plays that I love to see.
Yeah, unfortunate item for Ahmpy there, of course. The invul pot has kind of saved him a couple times in this series. We did have defend for Dendi. He's tier 2. Again, 200 gold off that second hero. But this seems like with the early lumber mill, I think he's going for an all-in again. We haven't seen any tech. We don't see a blacksmith. Will he call militia? I think so. He's buying dust. He's got a Naga. I think it's the same build, but without a second barracks.
And without militia, right?
Did he forget it, I wonder?
Oh, Ahmpy scouts it. He knows what's up. He can't TP at any time. He wants level 3 before, and I think that's a good call.
Yeah, I think Ahmpy pulling wisps across the map. Does he think there's an expansion up? He was going to creep level 3, pull wisps, and all in the expo, but he had no idea. And now this is much better positioning than on Hammerfall for Dendi. We'll see if this strat can truly work if he doesn't screw up his Archmage positioning.
Still no militia, though. Like, where's the threat in this push? The Demon Hunter is right next to the Moonwells. That's an absolute invite. For the first time in this series, I think Dendi is making a bad call.
Yeah, Wisps could double detonate those water elementals. Dendi backs away before he loses every footman wisely. What is the follow-up? No more footmen in production. Maybe he can grab a heal scroll in about 30 seconds if he wanted one. Demon Hunters at least take a lot of damage. Thinking about the Moonwells with daytime around the corner. Could be a big deal.
True, true. It will be a nice prep. Trying to deny it doesn't really work. But I was a bit worried that the Hunter's Hall is gone, but then at the edge of my eye, I saw it. Yeah, but Dendi, what's the follow-up? Just more footmen. Good luck, I guess.
If Dendi could see the whole map, he would probably think he has a chance here because there's no shop for Ahmpy yet, and the Moonwells are completely dry. But of course, he doesn't know that if he continues to pressure, it would actually work out well for him. So he backs away, which with the information he has, I'd say makes sense. But maybe Ahmpy, is he going to over-push without a town portal and without staff?
Yeah, that is a potential trap for sure. Oh, don't dive too deep. Arch is a little too far forward as well. But the immolation, we're at 5k damage this time as we have mana burn level 2. Archers are falling and now the militias are called and immediately arrest these poor archers.
Yeah, 2 of them die. The third one able to be microed away. That could have been a Demon Hunter surround, which would have costed Ahmpy the game, but he manages to get to the shop now, buys Boots of Speed, and is Dendi going again. The healing is not plentiful right now for the Night Elf.
Neither is it for Dendi. No rifles, no casters. That is one of the weakest tier 2 pushes that I've seen. Now going for the second Rax. Whoops. And of course, behind all this, Ahmpy is taking to tier 3.
Yeah, there will be bears soon, but for now, only for Rejuve. Shop is coming up, which saved him on Hammerfall, of course. Could sell that greater mana by a Moonstone, and then he'll have some more healing. I would like to see a heal scroll from Dendi. He does get it. Gets a couple of potions as well. And now I guess he just goes for the all-in. Is he going to lose both games where he goes for a cheese and win both where he goes for a standard play? We'll see.
Wow. Chances are very good. We do have heal potions. We do have an ivory tower that you can place from the inventory to the ground and it builds immediately. Yep, yet to upgrade it though. He should be safe for hero focus. And at the moment, Ahmpy doesn't have much. The first bear is at the ready with Reju, and that's all he needs, plus the Demon Hunter.
Yeah, a little bit of a redundant rejuvenation, though. He used it when the Demon Hunter was already going to be full health, so it won't be that efficient. But for now, the Demon Hunter is taking no damage at all. 45% damage reduction on him, and evasion, I think, is available for him. Bear's taking some damage. Potion. Staff available. Can staff out that bear, but actually denies it. Okay.
Oh, nice. Saves the staff for the Demon Hunter, which he is the carry. I mean, yeah, the bears are bleeding a little bit and die quite frequently, but it should be all right. If he focuses on the tower now, I guess he's fine. But if the tower is up, we might have a nice anchor here. Demon Hunter. Staff.
Where's the healing? There's no bears left.
No. Staff.
There's nothing. Uh-oh.
Is it working?
Uh-oh, Ahmpy. Potion of healing, that's the only way he has to heal. He needs Care Bears. He needs to reinforce, but he doesn't have gold. Oh, no. This might be the end of the tournament right now, Neil.
How is this working? Ahmpy a bit shaky after the happenings of the past 2 maps. Not the precisest play anymore. Wisps are coming in to get rid of these water elemental, but yeah, the tower, there was a chance to kill it. Now it's gone. There's one more potion on stock. He needs that, and then he needs another bear. How far are they off? Oh, still like 10 seconds.
Very close. Game number 4. The healing is almost out. Moonstone and Bear coming in. That will heal up the Demon Hunter one final time, but there is a single tower up. 2 more, 3 more being built. Bear comes in, rejuves the Demon Hunter. Potion, like you mentioned, is available. Needs to use it. And Dendi doesn't have much left, but he is towering up.
Yeah, 3 footmen is all he got. But then there are the towers. We don't have an Engine of War at the ready, right? It fell before, so no glaives.
Yeah, it seems like. I think it fell at the beginning of this push. There's a shop as well for Dendi, so he can buy potions. He used the heal scroll, but he's got a potion on each hero. Needs another bear. That's what the game we're playing is. He needs a bear to heal up his heroes yet again.
Oh, Naga doesn't commit with the water elemental. Could have sent it. But yeah, he's locked in, man. He's locked into his own base. He's starting to lose Moonwells. He has to survive till nighttime to get a little bit of reach, but then he has to get in tower range. Classic human. 3 towers up, 3.5 towers up. How do you break out of this?
Rejuve again, potion again. Nighttime around the corner, but the Moonwells are suffering from the towers. Could start rebuilding them in the back, but I think it's got to be Ahmpy's final stand. So much practice has led to this point, and he might be falling here.
Oh, the Demon Hunter is diving deep. Staff is ready. Trying to get a little bit of slack here. Naga far forward. Footman attacking. Long range attack. Reju too late. Oh my god. The Reju is wasted and the Naga as well. And Dendi might be wasted later on when he pops that champagne bottle for the OnlyFangs Invitational Championship. Demon Hunter. The last stand. Archmage versus Demon Hunter is the final battle. 1 more potion is not available anymore. Dendi with the 3-1 at the championship for OnlyFangs. GG.
Cheese works out in the end. Very well played. I don't know if anyone really predicted. Did you predict 3-1?
I
think
did.
You're right. We didn't give you the points.
The Prophet strikes again. 6 series though.
Winners interview maybe.
Yes, for sure.
Dendi, you showed 2 different builds, 2 different starting heroes, which actually makes for 3 different ones. The build that already failed once, that Ahmpy held so well with his Immolation level 2 Demon Hunter, you dared to try it again. Did you feel like you could make adjustments to make it work this game? Or was it just something you had predetermined on this map based on your research?
Both. I did some researches, obviously, for this is a small map and it's really hard to
Thanks again for the
do
casting,
Expo and
boys.
play from Expo, I think. Like, it would be maybe hard for me to defend. Even though it feels like with Expand they're having more success. But at the same time, I think the first game that we played, Ahmpy did an amazing TP on my head and forced me to TP away. And that slowed down the push. Because it's very all-winish thing, right? You attack first time, you do some damage for Moonwall's juice, and then you come again with towers and try to all-win. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's pretty complicated. Yeah. So I got lucky second time, I guess. Didn't need to TP home this time around. Yeah.
I think
you're selling yourself a little bit short here, but yeah, go on, Grubby.
Yeah, you're showing a lot of humility when you worked on your strategies, your research of the opponent, your micro, your game understanding. Pretty surreal. You're in your first games of human. You put in so much work the last few weeks. Ahmpy, so did you. You showed a lot of different starting heroes, showing a level of versatility that is very rare for a beginning player. That was not technically a question, so I understand why you're not saying anything. I'm going to ask a question. How do you feel?
Yeah. I mean, I put up my best, but wasn't enough, boys. It was a good game.
You played great, Ahmpy. Dendi is insane, but you did some clutch plays, actually. You did some good comebacks.
Bro, you did.
Yeah, you did.
You have really good micro, I think. Like, it's not easy to fight you. Yeah.
Bro, your immolation splits were nuts. That was insane. Like,
I learned it from last time, man. Last time you burned my entire army.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, what should I do with that? Like, I should just hit you with Archimage and move my footies around. Like, yeah, so I'm adapting. The first game that I tried to rush you also, I didn't put Lumber Mill. So all towers, only towers I could put is Magic Towers. And also I didn't buy towers from my shop. So this second game I bought tower from the shop because it built up fast. And I
you had that little pocket tower. It was funny.
Yeah. So like I also improve from game to game, like trying to adapt a little bit.
Yeah, great games, everyone. Again, huge thanks to all the participants playing in this tournament and putting your time on the line in the last couple of weeks. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I know the game can be frustrating sometimes, and that's showing part of our human side and your human side as well. But ultimately, I hope that it also was paired with pleasure and a feeling of reward when you figure out some gnarly game system of this ancient game. It was great watching you guys play. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. GG's, guys. You guys played well. Wait a minute. Are we doing the customs after, whatever you said?
I think it'd be fun to do a Uther party where we all play. I mean, it's not forced. I'll host the lobby on Battle.net, and I'll put the game name in the finals channel. If you want to join, you're free. If you want to spend your time otherwise, it's also fine. But yeah, it's totally up to you.
Okay. I think it should be really fun. Up to you. I would like to play.
We think like 4v4, like, or what? Like, what do we like? Or 3v3? Like, what do we?
Count 4v4.
Uther party is like everyone for himself, right? Like
it's like a bunch of mini games, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like there's a small little explanation what the mini game is, and it's like it's just all everybody. It's free for all.
And we could stay in the same Discord too, so it should be fun.
And the games are really short. It's like it's kind of funny. Yeah, it's like Mario Party, I guess.
Oh, okay. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Okay, I think Sun didn't have a chance to join it because she said she probably has to go.
Uther party as a follow-up. Nice. But yeah, this is it, man. The arc is over, and now emptiness will fill our soul.
Rip viewers. Rip all of our viewers. GG. It was nice while it lasted to turn on my stream and get 400 viewers. No longer people.
You got
realize I'm just
400
a
viewers?
hack streamer. Dude, my average viewers went up from like 80 on Twitch to like 200 in the last week.
Wow.
It's wild. Yeah, I've been crushing. But it's all thanks to this tournament and all the streamers and obviously everyone participating. So
was a freaking great event, man.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd watch so much first-person Warcraft. I never really did that before. Kind of I don't know. You got to learn these people, or got to know these people, and saw them improving day by day. And there was coaching here, coaching there, Knopf involved, Leon, Soul Apeman, Kevin, Cithrin, everyone. Tyler, coached by Knopf, was surreal to see, and how they were all vibing. So much appreciation. Of course, a bit of frustration everywhere as well, but that is RTS. But then there were also so many glorious moments. Every player was so awesome, so greedy for Warcraft knowledge, really trying to understand the game and overcome the hurdles. Fantastic time. Shout out to Grubby for convincing 8 people, trying a 22-year-old game for 2 weeks straight. That is sometimes not fun. But they made it fun, and they made it so much more fun for all of us as the ladder is more populated now. Huge War 3 Champions resurgence, and yeah, just a freaking great time.
Yeah, a lot of new players, and it showed how much the community actually wanted to teach people. All the coaches coming out of nowhere, everyone sharing all their knowledge as much as possible, and everyone in the community now knows at least 8 new streamers that we can all watch, which is cool. And hopefully, a lot more people are picking up the game, streaming the game, running tournaments. Because it doesn't just have to be Grubby that runs tournaments. It doesn't just have to have a $10,000 prize pool. You could run tournaments all the time, and that's really what keeps people motivated and keeps them playing. We saw how much these people got motivated just through, hey, there's going to be a competition in 2 weeks. Okay, I'm going to grind. And that doesn't have to just be true for these 8. It can be true for everybody else in the community with like Gym Newbie League, Fountain Manor League. There's tons of stuff. There's Mr. Mike is his NA League. I forget exactly what it's called. There's tons of stuff if you want to play in tournaments like these guys did.
Exactly. And speaking of Gym Newbie League, if you got a grasp of how awesome it feels to coach people, the Gym Discord is it's always looking for people who explain the game. !Gym is the Discord. Warcraft-Gym is the homepage where you find everything. And the Gym Newbie League is the homepage is down because it's probably flooded with advice. That's
nice.
With people looking for advice. But that's it. The link is in the Discord right now. The link to the Discord is in the chat right now. Looking for coaches, and soon we have a new Gym Newbie League, which is an awesome testing ground to learn the game in a team with coaches. It's the best grassroots initiative there is. So I think the sign-ups start in 2 weeks. Until then, you can play through the campaign, decide for a race, and then you go. Just hit the Gym Discord. Going to be a great time. I'm probably going to be playing as well, but it doesn't matter if you're 1600 or if you're 400. We welcome you. And Carson said yesterday he's going to be a coach as well.
Yeah, I could be a coach. And I'm just looking at the welcome log right now for the Gym Discord. New people coming in right now. I think there's been like 20 new people that joined today. I think there was like 30 or so yesterday. And those are all new people to this game, which is super cool to see, or at least be old players maybe that want to come back and learn the game. So it's good. I mean, the game won't ever die. The graphics are timeless. The game is perfect. It's just like people play Brood War forever. People are going to play Team Fortress 2 forever. People are going to play Melee forever. And people are going to play Warcraft forever. It's just how it works.
Exactly, man. That's exactly what it is. We are back tomorrow for the final of the M Cup, where people play Tavern Heroes only. Nothing else but Tavern Heroes. Huge grand final. Going to be fantastic. Starting at noon Central European time. Then we bring our German league back for all the German fans, and that is starting Tuesday and Wednesday. Monday is always our FFA night, and we're here every single day of the week, sometimes twice, usually starting at noon, then the evening session at 7 p.m. But I really want to give it up to Grubby, especially when so many people said he turned his back on the scene, and he's not one of us anymore, and just with his rich streamer friends playing WoW, grinding stuff. F that. He will always have a huge heart for Warcraft, and this has been the best thing that has happened to this game since the Frozen Throne release, I guess. Since War 3 Champions was invented, I guess, and then the Frozen Throne release, because no marketing campaign could have done what this initiative has done with great people, with great vibes, and hopefully he's continuing his educational content, and man, he better runs a second season of this.
Yeah, it'd be so great. I'm sure there's tons of streamers that would like to have the opportunity to play in it. people with or without RTS experience. I think we've seen a wide range of skills from all these players so far. So it shows that everyone is welcomed. Even world champions like Dendi. Maybe we can get Simple to play.
Let's
I wonder if he plays
go.
RTS games.
Let's
Get
go.
Mango. So maybe Mango will want to play.
Dude, Mango is I might have a connection to Mango actually. We could ask.
Maybe. I mean, Ludwig as well. He's played this game. He obviously was a Smash Bros. Commentator before.
Yep.
So we
can
USA,
dream.
let's go.
We can
Yeah,
dream.
I'll coach
I'm
him.
writing my wish list to Santa Grub, and let's see what we can get. But last, but for sure not least, nothing of this would be possible without the people at War 3 Champions. Because when we were at the absolute lowest after the Reforged launch, these guys saved the scene. Not single-handedly, because it was a group of people who glued all the available knowledge together, built a platform where we could play with stats, then with matchmaking, then with custom servers, then with custom functions. We could update the map pool. We could do whatever we want to make the game as great as it is. This competition without War 3 Champions would have failed on day 2 when people acted like the unmoderated Battle.net people act on War 3 Champions. We ain't having that shit. We got fair conditions for all the players. And now with all these new players here on the platform, grind through the placement matches. You're gonna be seated at your MMR, and then you get game. The long queue times are over because it's populated as fuck now, and it's the best platform this game has ever had and ever will have. And it's a community project. There's no funding because it's based on Warcraft 3. They can't be profitable, really. But they pay bills every single time. Blizzard is funding 5 servers for them, for their Battle.net. War 3 Champions has 30, so we can play on these conditions. And the developers are not getting rich or taking any money out of the pool, but it's all of this here on the right-hand side. The Patreon, the PayPal, the crypto. It's all just to keep the lights on. So if you have a buck over that you can throw to the depths of War 3 Champions, that would be awesome to just pay the servers for all of eternity.
Absolutely. Keep it going. The player count is rising, and maybe with that, servers need to rise as well. We need accessibility for everybody. I think we have one South African player. Maybe there'll be way more. We need servers over there too.
That's right. And of course, a huge shout out to the mods who deal with so much shit when other companies are outsourcing this to AI or are not dealing with that at all, and then you end up with swastikas made out of moonwells. The War 3 Champion mod team is freaking amazing, and they've been through a lot of shit. So thank you for the service you're doing.